Jericho was shut tight because of Israel. No one went out, and no one came in. Then the Lord told Joshua that Jericho, its king, and its warriors had already been given into Israel's hands.
The command was clear. March around the city once each day, with armed men circling its walls.
7 priests were to carry 7 ram's horns before the ark, and on the 7th day the city would be encircled 7 times. When the long blast of the ram's horn sounded, all the people were to shout, and the wall would fall down flat.
Take up the Ark of the Covenant and advance before it.
He told the people to move forward and march around the city, with the armed guard going ahead of the Lord's ark. So the 7 priests carrying the horns went before the Lord, sounding them, while the ark followed behind. The armed men went ahead of the priests, and the rear guard followed the ark, while the horns sounded continuously. Joshua had commanded the people not to shout, not to raise their voices, and not to speak a word until the day he told them. So the ark of the Lord circled the city once, and then the people returned to camp and spent the night there. Early the next morning Joshua rose, and the priests again took up the ark of the Lord. The 7 priests walked before the ark, with the 7 horns, blowing them as they went, while the guard moved ahead and behind. On the 2nd day they marched around the city once and returned to camp, and they did the same for 6 days.
On the 7th day they rose at daybreak and marched around the city 7 times in the same manner.
At the 7th circuit, Joshua told the people to shout, for the Lord had given them the city. The city and all within it were devoted to the Lord, except Rahab and all who were with her in the house. The people were warned to keep away from what was devoted, lest Israel bring distress upon itself. All the silver and gold, and vessels of bronze and iron, were holy to the Lord, and belonged in his treasury. Then the people shouted, the horns sounded, and when they heard the blast, the wall collapsed. Joshua told the 2 spies to enter Rahab's house and bring her out, along with all who belonged to her. The young men went in and brought Rahab out, together with her father, mother, brothers, and all who were hers. They brought out her whole family and set them outside the camp of Israel. Then they burned the city with fire, except for the silver, gold, bronze, and iron set apart for the Lord's treasury.
Rahab the prostitute and her family were spared, because she hid the messengers Joshua had sent.
Joshua pronounced a curse on the one who would rebuild Jericho, and the Lord was with him, so his fame spread through the land. Jericho fell not by siegecraft or force alone, but by obedience, judgment, mercy, and the word of the Lord fulfilled.